We have Cardi B. We have Cardi B revealing that she wants to be a wifey, but also a good eater because she thinks that's what men want. Hey man, shout out to Cardi. Let's hear it.
In a rabbit hole. I didn't know how special are eaters to these men. These men have these girls on their phone. Everybody has a eater. And I didn't know that. And then, like, you be like, are you so? And then you ask them, so if this girl suck your dick so good, why don't you marry them? And it's like, and they be like, I don't want to marry them. I don't really like them. I don't even know their birthday. I don't care about their last name. I just.
Yo. Hey, bro. Hey, say, bro. I'm going to be the one to say it, bro. Cardi B, Belcalis, whatever your last name is, Almazar, Bacardi. Shout out to Hennessy. What up, little mama? Hey, man. Why are you exposing the game?
But what the hell, what?
But if I expose the game, everybody want to get mad at me. Cardi, why are you exposing the game? Cardi, you have to chill. You said way too much. Now, shout out to you because you are the drama. But you got to chill. Chill. You saying way too much. You saying way too much. But let me give y'all some game. Let's explain the psychology behind that. Hey, man, look, this is what it is. Adams, pull up to the front of the club, please, form a circle. Y'all know what it is. So, look, ladies, Eves, listen to this. Ladies. If you haven't learned yet, men are able to compartmentalize women, whereas women don't compartmentalize because women are loyal to their emotions. Now, hey, don't be mad at your boy. Don't be mad at your boy. Because you just heard Bacardi. You just heard Cardi B exposing some game. So that means I can expose some game too, and y'all can't get mad at me. And shout out to the feminists. Ninja, I'm a feminist too. I don't care, okay? I'm going to say it. So yeah, men are able to compartmentalize, whereas you women, you know, y'all get the emotions. So y'all emotions, at the end of the day, you can be emotional about two men. So you can love two men. I'm here to tell you, when a ninja say he loved two girls, well, I guess I'm going to give it like more than two girls, right? When a ninja say he loved like 4 different women, ninja, that's almost impossible, okay? I'm going to say it, bro. Like if we do love them, we love them like a certain way. But there's somebody that we love. Like we have one girl that we love no matter what, that if we could, and I'm going to expose some game, gentlemen. Don't get mad at your boy, okay? And shout out to they, them. Y'all take what I said and extrapolate off of it and match it to whatever you guys have going on, right? So yeah, every guy has one woman, right, per se, 1 to 2 women that if he could, he would, and not to be crazy, he would kidnap her and put her in a house on an island far away from anybody and just keep him for herself. That's real shit though. Hey, don't be mad at your boy. If they could, they would, right? And it just is what it is. So like I said, we can compartmentalize. So at the same time, whoever that woman is, right, or those women may be, right, at the same time, those women may not be, I don't want to say good sexually or good at fornication because that just sounds off, right? And especially speaking from perspective of knowing, well, don't ask me how I know, but I've heard like girls have said stories on podcasts that some men, you know, don't last too long, don't even know how to fuck good, excuse my French, because ew.
You need to leave. Brother,
But besides the point, yeah, I'm saying that to say, yeah, so some women, like it's not that some women, as a man, every man is different, just like every woman is different. So y'all got to learn each other. So you have to teach a woman, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. And from there, boom, there you go. Bob's your uncle, if that makes sense. Right. So yeah, like I said, Cardi B exposed some game, so I'm exposed some game. But yeah, man. Hey man, shout out to the eaters. If you're an eater, put a 1 in the chat. And if you watch this on a playback and you're an eater, put a 1 in the chat, okay?
Hello.
Now we do love the eaters. If you don't know what an eater is, hey, it's so crazy because the elite, if you start to look into like secret societies and shit like that, quick sidebar, the elite call people like people who are like people who they, I don't even want to say it. It's some weird shit. It's going to make you uncomfortable. Let's just run this back. Never mind. Let me run that back. Shout out to Cardi B.
I have gone in a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I didn't know how special are eaters to these men.
On
These
live
men
television, on
have
live
these
internet.
girls on their phone. Everybody has a eater. And I didn't know that. And then, like, you be like, are you so? And then you ask them, so if this girl suck your dick so good, why don't you marry them? And it's like, and they be like, I don't want to marry them. I don't really like them. I don't even know their birthday. I don't care about their last name. I just know that they're my favorite eater. So when they suck my dick, they're the best at sucking my dick.
Yo,
And that's that.
hey,
Have you ever been someone's eater?
hold on. Look, this not a family show. This is a show for adults, okay? Shout out to everybody on my page. You're supposed to be a grown up on my page, okay? If you find yourself as a kid on my page, see yourself out, please. Shout out to the kids, though. Shout out to the kids. But see yourself out. Okay, here we go.
No. Well, I don't know.
Man, and now she said, the lady asked her, shout out to the white lady. Shout out to my white brothers and sisters. What up, gang? What's up? So the lady said, have you ever been somebody's eater? And Cardi B, stripper, no hate, I'm just saying she was a stripper. Y'all know the story. Stripper turned rapper. Really had the unmitigated gall to say she doesn't know whether or not she was anybody's eater. Hey, bro, the jokes just write themselves. I'm not finna make a joke though, because Cardi B is part of a gang. Shout out to JT. She reminded me. Cardi B is part of a brim, whatever. The brims. Here we go.
So true. You wouldn't know, I guess.
The thing about it is sometimes people say that like their favorite eater is somebody that they just don't care. They just eat dick. And you know what? Sometimes they don't even fuck them. They just there to suck dick, but they never forget about their favorite eater. Like their eater is always in the.
And this why they bringing back censorship, bro. Cause that's wild. Cause like I said, if a dude came out and said this, yo, the internet would be in shambles right now. Let somebody famous say all that. It would be like, bro, what kind of porn? Oh, my bad, YouTube. Corn. Uh-oh. My bad, YouTube. I meant corn. What kind of corn conversation is this? My bad, YouTube. My bad. Hey, please don't demonetize me. Here we go.
Back of their mind. Even if you probably fucking them and sucking their dick, it's
oh my God.
Yeah, she's sucking my dick too. Good. But you're thinking about their eater. Can
you imagine I found this on the internet without any bro? Hey, shout out to YouTube. Y'all better not demonetize me because I gotta demonetize Miss Cardi B herself because this is her footage. This is not even my footage. None of this is real, people. Everything you see is allegedly for social media commentary and social media purposes only. Answer the poll, hit the like button. Let's continue.
you believe that? That's how important it is to know how to suck dick.
So you technically want to get to a point where you are wifey material with a.
This is a wife, and shout out to Offset. Somebody said Offset fell to his knees in Walmart the other day after hearing this, Ninja. Oh, man. Hey, hold on. My bad, bro. I'm pressing all these buttons because I feel uncomfortable. I can't believe she said all this. Like I said, I did not expect this. But yeah, this is a wife. And you know, women are championing her. Shout out to Cardi B. So it's no hate. You know, I like her music, but this is a wife saying that she wants to be wifey material. First off, this is a wife saying she wants to be wifey material and also a good eater. Gentlemen, we are cooked, okay? We're cooked. We're cooked because, like I said, hive mind. We live in a world where people have hive mind. So the hive mind of the collective of women are going to listen to this woman and have the same sentiment. Now, ladies, don't get mad at your boy. I call it like I see it. And what Lil Wayne say, and my glasses on, okay? I have my glasses on. So people look, but I see. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Here we go.
Background in eating.
Well, yes.
Wow.
And you will think,
wow.
Well, if he sees her so much, he probably got feelings for her. He probably loves her. Because why you keep going back to the same bitch? Do you know they don't even care if they're missing a leg? All they care about is their head.
They just want their dick sucked.
By that person.
And this, I mean, what do I even say? I don't even know what to say. What sound do I press? Here we go.
And then what? They're just like, get out.
They'll be like, well, have a good day.
Thank you, Mary.
Some girls just really.
Hey, man. That's y'all girl. Shout out to Bacardi. Yeah. Shout out to Bacardi. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. All right, let's see what else we got popping off, man. That's crazy. That was crazy. All right, before we get to the main event, we have a couple more things to discuss. Couple more things, guys. Couple more things. Let me see. Not too much. We got Kevin Gates. Responding to fans calling him sassy for using phrases like it's giving. And like I said, shout out to everybody watching. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Do you think it's sassy if a man uses the phrases that women use? Because that's like me saying, like what women say. Oh, so like, for example, I'm finna do this. First off, shout out to the gay people. I'm not one of you guys. Sorry. But yeah. So you know how ladies be like, well, I guess, Kevin Gates say is given. Like, you know how ladies be like, clock that shit, clock it. If a ninja do this, like clock it, would you think he's a homosexual? Put a 1 in the chat if you think so, or bisexual, or whatever, whatever title they have. But yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you think so, put a 2 in the chat if you don't. Here we go. Shout out to Kevin Gates.
Guess what they said about me? Talking
What's
about
up?
I'm sassy here. They had a nigga in my comments gonna talk. I really be trolling because I got people that in my family that talk like that. So when you hear me say it's not giving or something, I be really mocking certain other people. But you just belong to the church of the religion of pussiness. You just look for bitch ass shit to say about a real nigga all day.
But what the hell, boy?
Hold on. What?
Just sit and look for flaws because you go to the church of pussiness. You heard me?
Now that made no sense, but what I will say is I keep telling y'all, bro, when it comes to celebrities, they cool and shit, but they regular people too. So they may have the same way you and your clique, shout out to you and yours, right? The same way you and your clique or you and your family have like inside jokes. They probably got their own little inside jokes. So they saying shit and everybody copying the shit. And like I said, that's just their inside joke. You don't even know what it's about. My example, you know how certain words take over the internet. Like for example, whoop-de-doo. Once Young Thug said whoop-de-doo, now everybody's saying whoop-de-doo. Then they go make a song whoop-de-doo. But the thing is, what if Thug just be saying that to his people like, yeah, I don't want to say yeah, nigga, but yeah, ninja, whoop-de-doo, ninja. And ninja's just looking like, you feel me? So that could be what that is. Here we go.
Yeah, just on here being a negative Nancy.
A negative
You
Nancy.
be around girls so much that you talk like one. I'm like, man, I really was joking. The fuck?
You need to leave.
Yeah, no. That was uncomfortable. That laugh is uncomfortable.
Beach ass nigga. Boy, I do know how to. Guess what they said about me?
Hold on.
Read. I'm just reading a lot of stuff at one time real fast. I know how to read, though. Why you talking about must can't read? When you drop another album. See? Look how fast I read that. Talking about I don't know how to read. Bitch, you spelt don't know how to read wrong. Po thing. Say pretty. Guess what they said about me? Talking about I'm sassy. You hear me? I'm really just mocking how Keita and how my sister them be talking. You hear me? But you talking about he's sassy. Cool.
But what the hell, boy?
All right. Shout out to Kevin Gates, man. See him in a minute. I guess he's coming out with some new music soon. We'll keep you updated on that. All right, let's see. We got Akbar. We've been talking about Akbar. So Akbar, she came on the net, right? And she exposed that her husband was putting hands on her, bro, putting a pause on her. And now, come to find out, basically, she's saying that she's gonna stay with her ninja. Let's see. So, out of respect for my husband, I'm gonna hush and respect my husband 100, regardless of what we going through. He's still my husband, and I'm always be submissive because the Bible told me so. Now I'm done talking about it. If you guys want to fast with me from 9 a.m., let's go 3 days. And that was the update, and we told you guys that update before. And like I said, you feel me? That's why they say mind your business, because if you mind a business that pay you, you won't be sitting here talking about, yeah, you got to get away from him and all that kind of shit. And then she looking at you like, why you worried about me and mine? So, I mean, hey, we'll give you guys an update on that once that situation changes. We have the Breakfast Club telling us about Diddy. So Diddy's attorneys are making a final push to reverse conviction before sentencing. And they're trying to push for 14 months as far as I remember from what I read online. But let's get it real quick. Law and Order with Black Adam. I forgot this one, people.
So what was the point of the whole thing?
For about an hour and a half. Diddy seemed saying that the prosecution or the government didn't do their job. They haven't provided sufficient enough evidence, and that they're violating his constitutional rights by even bringing him up on these charges.
So yesterday was about what? The sentencing next week?
No, they're trying to
get
make.
acquitted.
They don't even want a sentence. They want him to. They want the
okay.
charges to be gone. Either the charges be completely gone. You know, he can. It could either be 1 count, 2 counts, or they give him a whole new trial. That's what they want. They don't want the sentencing to happen at all. But the judge hasn't decided yet.
So when will the judge decide? Because I seen something yesterday that said he wanted it to happen fast.
Yeah, I mean, because you're supposed to go to sentencing next week. So it's
Right.
supposed to. I mean, he didn't give us a timeline, but he said that they be hearing from him soon. I don't predict that the acquittal is going to happen.
Why
Or
did he say
any
that?
trials
'Cause you were there. Why?
I just don't think it's going to happen because I feel like everything they were arguing yesterday is the same thing we heard in court. And at the end of the court case, the jury decided what they decided, but also the judge, after hearing all of that, continuously said no bail, like he can't come home until sentencing. And he pointed to certain things that the jury also looked at to make their decision. So I don't think that the decision, I just don't think, from what I heard yesterday, that the judge does not believe that the jury made a wrong decision.
So what's this?
Heavy people, heavy. I feel like personally, I wonder if they're gonna let him go free. I don't think they'll let him go free, but just always remember, guys, because right now he's not sitting in jail or he's not awaiting prison. You know, he's not sitting in prison. He's not awaiting sentencing for domestic violence. He's awaiting sentencing for prostitution or whatever. I guess buying escorts and stuff across the nation and using them to engage in fornication with Cassie.
But what the hell, boy?
Oh my
Yeah. So
no way.
is that a crime technically based on the Mann Act? But at the same time, it's like they made it seem as if, like, you know, like Cass, and shout out to Cassie. Like I said, we see victims on the black pill as well. But, you know, Cassie came out and said, or they have text message proof that Cassie was buying prostitutes too. So it's like, I mean, like I said, Diddy was moving like a gangster though, like the old Italian mafia, Italian mob, like them, like a crime lord. You know, Ninja had money and he could really control people with the money he had. But yeah, I don't know, bro. And I'm here to tell you, once he comes out of jail, them freak offs are going to keep happening. Okay? Yeah, I said it. Yes, they will.
You need to leave.
Yes, they will. Here we go.
The CNN headline says judge is to rule very shortly on Diddy Combs' bid to vacate his conviction or grant a new trial.
That's what I
That's
just
what she
said.
just said.
Yeah, so an acquittal would be to vacate. So basically, if you
I
vacate,
know that, but I'm talking about the grant a new trial thing.
yeah, so it's either or. So if they do a new trial, it's basically it'll give the prosecution a chance to show better evidence because Diddy's team is saying y'all didn't do good providing good enough evidence, and it will give Diddy another shot to try and fight what they laid out the first time.
Did they say anything about the fact that they rated air, you know, ground,
They did.
sea?
I'm so confused by
spent
this.
so much money on that.
They said
And what Envy's saying is basically it's a waste of taxpayers' dollars. Okay, here we go.
Diddy's attorney said this is an embarrassment to the United States of America.
The reason I'm just confused by all of this is because when they talk about wanting to grant a new trial so Diddy's team can fight the case better, I thought Diddy's team did a pretty great job.
It's
They
really
did. No, they did. And what it is, people, is not that they want to fight the case better. What it is they want to get him no charges. They want him to walk away free because they did all of this to make him not be found guilty of any of the things that they actually said he was found guilty of. And that's the whole issue. So it's like if he was guilty of domestic violence, I don't know if that's a federal crime or whatever, but yeah, they should have charged him for the domestic violence or retry to charge him with that. So they're trying to make sure they get rid of all charges and then he can't be charged again for the same shit or from different charges. And that's why they're trying to do that. Here we go.
They got all the big charges dropped.
Yeah, but if you re-grant it, it's if this would have happened, the burden's really on the prosecution. Like, because you're saying that the prosecution didn't do what they needed to do. But it does give Diddy's team another shot because he's...
And what though? Like they got all the big charges dropped. He did solicit prostitutes. Prostitution is illegal.
There's
And what it is, right? Shout out to Charlamagne. What it is if they make them have to prove the burden this time, they can turn around and say everything that you guys charged us for had nothing to do with what we actually got charged for. And what I mean by that, if that made no sense, is, yeah, okay, he did do the prostitution thing, but at first you guys brought him up on things with Cassie. And at the same time, you let Cassie walk away free. And she had the same things that she was doing. So she did solicit and do the same exact stuff. And on top of that, when it comes to the other charges, none of the other charges had anything to do with him actually being convicted, right? And when I'm saying that is all the other people who came out and said he did this to me and he did that to me. I think it was Cassie and one other girl who ended up getting him on these charges or whatever. Here we go.
Like that is the actual thing he probably should have been charged for.
But I guess that's
they're
more
saying,
of a smaller charge than the Mann Act, which he's being charged for.
no,
right?
they're saying that he didn't do it. They're saying this was not that. This was not prostitution. This was a
See what I'm
man
saying?
who had girlfriends who agreed to go fly to places and do threesomes.
Oh, what about the nipple? What about the semen on the nipples?
Punisher.
And they're saying,
exactly.
and they're saying that just because he
What they're saying is just because that ninja is a freak of league. Shout out to Diddley. Diddley's a freak of league. That ninja's a freak of league.
You need to leave.
They're saying just because he has certain sexual kinks, right? Just because he has certain sexual kinks does not mean you can charge him for having these sexual kinks. When people knowingly and actively participated and wanted to participate. And that's why I told you guys, if that ninja come out, the freak offs are going to start happening again. It's just going to be with different people, because there were people that knowingly participated when they were first going down. They knowingly participated. So shout out to Cassie. No disrespect to Cassie, but she knowingly participated. You know, everybody called her a victim. And I mean, yeah, maybe in terms of the domestic violence, but what happened when she was buying her own freak offs? Was she like, what was that her coping? Like, you feel me? Like, what are we talking about, people?
But what the hell, boy?
What are we talking about? And that's the thing. So even the Punisher and all that, and we discussed this. If y'all go through my page, that was way back when we discussed the Diddy streams. We discussed the case as it was ongoing. We've been discussing it since last year when he first got indicted. When we actually look back on everything, yeah, I mean, they painted one picture and it was a completely different picture. And what they used to paint the picture and get everything going was the fact of when he got caught kicking her and all that kind of stuff, which was a terrible video, by the way. And like I said, we don't condone violence against women, but I'm saying they're supposed to charge him for domestic violence. They're not supposed to charge him for liking for ninjas to put, you know, their baby juice on his nipples. Yeah.
You need to leave.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it come down to. Here we go.
assumed the amateur porn, the high level porn, they were like it was highly choreographed and the lighting, and we heard the testimonies. I was like, not
if
all
you
the
paid for prostitution, you paid for prostitution.
It's not high level prostitution and low level prostitution. It's still prostitution.
They're arguing that because
No, it is high and low now.
It's still
Because
prostitution.
if you give a crackhead a 20, that could be considered low.
But that's prostitution though, still. Even though it's low prostitution.
That's what I mean. That's low. But you said there's no such thing. There's high level, low, and
I
low
don't think they're
level.
looking in the courtroom and it's just prostitution. They don't say, well, you a crackhead. It's just a little bit of time and you a...
no, I meant
Man, what these ninjas talking about, man? Yo, what they talking about, bro? What they talking about? Here we go.
high level
What's the
porn.
middle? Is there a middle?
I didn't mean to say
The middle?
If it's not low and high,
Probably getting
like,
the
what's
Dominican and Chanel back.
Damn it,
Chasing
man.
Sex, that's probably middle.
What these
So what was
ninjas
the point
talking
of the whole
about?
thing?
for about an
yesterday?
hour and a half. Diddy seem is saying that the prosecution or the government didn't do their job. They haven't provided sufficient enough evidence, and that they're violating his constitutional rights by even bringing him up on these
So
charges.
yesterday was about what? The Senate.
All right, so I mean, there you have it, man. There you have it. Will he go free? Find out next time on the Black Pill Ninja. We'll keep you guys updated. Like I said, last few things, man. Let's see. We got Lil Yachty. We got Caribou and Lil Yachty. And at this point in time, I'm of the opinion these ninjas was engaging in fornication with each other. We have Caribou back on the net complaining or going off. My bad. I said complaining. My fault. We got Caribou going off on Lil Yachty for still wanting 20% of all her revenue from her new label, and says that Concrete Boys are only known because of her.
But what the hell, boy?
And shout out to the Concrete Boys.